Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Lao PDR, Mr. Saleumxay Kommasith, on June 7 led the delegation to attend the special ASEAN-China Foreign Ministers meeting in Chongqing City on the occasion of the 30th anniversary of the ASEAN-China Dialogue Relations 1991 to 2021. This is the first in-person meeting at the foreign ministerial level held by ASEAN since the COVID-19 outbreak. During the meeting, ASEAN foreign ministers and Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi reaffirmed the high commitment of both sides to attaching importance to and making joint efforts to promote the growing strategic partnership between ASEAN and China on the basis of mutual benefits, respect, and understanding, thus contributing to peace, stability, and prosperous development in the region and the world. They acknowledged that through active exchanges and meetings at all levels and effective coordination at regional dialogues and cooperation mechanisms led by the ASEAN Political Trust is consolidated and neighborhood relations are nurtured. Economic cooperation has witnessed very dynamic developments. Two-way trade has increased by 80 times in the past 3 decades, making China and ASEAN the biggest trading partner of each other. ASEAN foreign ministers consider the ASEAN-China partnership as one of the bloc's most dynamic, substantive, and effective relations and appreciated China's timely and effective cooperation in difficult and challenging times, especially in response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
This important year, it is our hope that
for China, Chinese State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi stressed that ASEAN has always been a high priority in China's foreign policy. China consistently attached importance to the friendly neighborliness and win-win cooperation with ASEAN and wishes to lift the bilateral strategic partnership to a new height. He said, adding that his country also supports ASEAN's central role in the regional architecture. The foreign ministers of ASEAN and China shared many important development orientations for the bilateral relationship, in which they agreed to give high priority to promoting cooperation in controlling COVID-19 and promoting post-pandemic recovery. The Chinese side affirmed that it will continue to speed up the supply of COVID-19 vaccines to ASEAN countries and support the grouping to improve its vaccine research, development, production, and distribution capacity. China will also actively cooperate with ASEAN to boost recovery through the implementation of ASEAN Overall Recovery Framework, facilitate trade and investment, effectively utilize the ASEAN-China Free Trade Agreement or ACFTA, and soon put the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP agreement into effect. The two sides will continue to expand cooperation for sustainable development in the spirit of their cooperation theme in 2021. ASEAN and China agreed to closely coordinate in implementing activities to mark 30 years of the bilateral partnership between the two sides, as well as preparing best results for the ASEAN-China Commemorative Summit later this year. On regional and international issues of shared concern, the conference affirmed that the maintenance of an environment of peace, security, and stability in the region, including in the East Sea, is the common interest and benefit of ASEAN and China. The ministers welcomed the 19th ASEAN-China Senior Officials Meeting or SOM on implementing the Declaration of the Conduct of Parties in the East Sea or DOC, which took place ahead of the ministerial meeting. They pledged to contribute fully and effectively implement the DOC, resume negotiations on building a code of conduct in the East Sea or COC in line with international law and the 1982 UN Convention of the Law of the Sea or 1982 UNCLOS. On the Myanmar situation, China welcomed the outcome of the ASEAN leaders meeting on April 24, supporting the role of ASEAN in promoting dialogue and mediation and helping Myanmar seek a solution to stabilize the situation. Laos will actively work with ASEAN member countries and China to strengthen political dialogue, improve mutual interest, trust, and respect, and promote comprehensive cooperation, making the bilateral relationship a model of stable and sustainable partnership between neighboring countries.
ASEAN centrality, maintain an open and inclusive